Hi everybody, welcome to Beginner Yoga. My name is Joanne and thanks for coming to practice with me today. We're going to start today in a nice comfortable seat. So I'm going to lift the flesh away from my sitting bones, and if you need to sit up on a blanket or a block or a cushion so that you can find length through the spine, please do that. And then you can rest your hands either palms down on the knees or palms up. So if you need a little more grounding, this is a nice version, or if you want to be a little more open and receptive, palms up is nice. You can also do one of each. So whatever feels good for you today, wherever you are. So we're just going to take a couple minutes at the beginning of our practice to settle. So we'll close our eyes, bringing your attention within, maybe parting your lips to make sure the jaw is nice and relaxed. And dropping into the body. So try to come out of the thinking mind. We're going to drop into the physical body. And what does that mean and how do you do that? So in order to do that, one thing that's nice is to pay attention to your breath and how that's feeling in the body. And you can tap into all senses, so you can feel the sensation of the air around your skin, noticing the temperature of the room. Noticing any sounds that you might be hearing from outside or wherever you are in the house. Maybe somebody's cooking and you can smell something. So that's a nice strategy for sort of trying to get out of our thinking mind and tuning into our bodies and our senses. So just connecting to whatever it is that allows you to do that. Oftentimes the breath is a really great anchor. Also in yoga, we want to connect with our breathing. We want to deepen and slow the breath. So connecting to the breath is a nice, easy one to start with, to sort of just drop into the physical body. And don't necessarily try to change the breath at this point in the practice. Just observe how it is. If you came rushing in to sit down and do some yoga, then maybe it's a little shortened and hurried. So what we're going to do is just allow everything that's present to be there. And just notice it. And then what we'll try to do is deepen our breathing. So we're going to try to slow the breath a little bit down. So as you breathe in, see if you can lengthen the inhale just a little bit. And as you exhale, see if you can lengthen the exhale. Completely empty the lungs by squeezing the navel toward the spine as you exhale. Inhale as you bring the breath into your belly, all the way up to the tops of the lungs and the chest. Exhaling completely through your nostrils. Nice full deep yogic breaths as you inhale and exhale. So little by little, not forcing or doing anything that's uncomfortable, but little by little, slowing the breath, lengthening the exhale. That's going to help bring our nervous system down and calm the body and the mind. So the breath is a super powerful tool in yoga that is free for all of us to use at any time. And it can make quite a shift. So hopefully you've noticed that if you've been practicing for a little while. And if you haven't, just see for yourself. So slowing the breath, lengthening the breath in a comfortable way to calm the body and the mind. So let's take a couple more breaths together. And gently allow your eyes to open if they're closed, keeping your gaze nice and soft. So from your seated posture, we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale, just drop the chin to the chest. Feeling that through the back of the neck and shoulders. Let the head carry the weight of the stretch for you. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to slowly and mindfully draw some circles with our nose. So as you inhale, open your circle with the nose. Maybe take the gaze toward the sky, lifting the chin slightly. Be gentle in the back of the neck, so no crunching the back of the neck. As you begin to exhale, you close the circle to the other side, forward, and back down. So let your breath be the guide here. So inhaling as you open. So hopefully if the breath is nice and smooth and slow, your movements are not going to be too rapid. So it's going to be a nice slow circle. Let's take one more to that side. Noticing if the shoulders are creeping up or what's going on. See if you can keep everything relaxed and soft. When you get down to the front again, take a breath here. Keeping the shoulders down, chest open, and then we'll inhale to the other side. So slowly inhale as you open the circle in the opposite direction and toward the sky. And exhale as you close and bring your chin forward and down. You can close the eyes and notice if there's anywhere that's super tight. You might want to pause and take a breath there. If you have an area that feels like it needs a little more attention, feel free to give it that attention. So no need to do exactly as I say or do in practice. As always, you are in charge of what's going on in your practice. And then it will inhale, take the head upright. So I encourage you to always listen to your body. So never, even when you're in a class with other people and teacher, you should always, you're in charge of what's happening, right? So we're going to let the arms rest by the side and we're going to shrug our shoulders. So we're going to squeeze, we're going to create some tension as we move our shoulders as big as we can in the socket. Squeeze up by the ears and down the back, big circles. Again, inhale, squeeze up. Tension, exhale, release down. One more time, squeeze up, inhale. Exhale back. And down, good. Soften the shoulders here. We're gonna sweep the arms up, inhale. Deep breath in. Interlace the hands at the top and press the palms to the sky. So again, make sure you're nice and tall. Shoulders are above your hips here. And you're not overarching in the lower back. So keep the ribs contained, keep the abdomen engaged. As you press the palms up, your shoulders are grounded. So we're not hunched up by the ears, we're still plugging the shoulders in as we extend the arms and hands and pull behind you a little bit. And breathe into that stretch. Keep softening the shoulders, breathe in. And then as you exhale, you're going to flip the hands to face you and pull the back behind you and pull the hands toward the screen. So drop the chin to the chest. So nice big stretch in both directions. Inhale as you stretch up, breathe in. Open through your armpits. Keep the neck and shoulders soft. Exhale, round the chin to the chest. Pull apart the hands and the shoulder blades. Should feel great. Inhale, reach up again. And exhale, round. So see if you can notice new space in each stretch as you move. Inhale, one more time, reach up. Pull back, keep the ribs in. Exhale, round, hollow the belly, pull apart. Inhale, let's take the hands up here, and then we're going to exhale as we break the hands apart. Imagine moving through water, so a little resistance as you float the arms back down by the side. Good, and then take the hands onto the thighs, just resting gently on the legs here. Drop the shoulders, and we're just going to make some circles. So we're going to lean forward with the chest and round through the side body and round the back like you just did, chin to chest, and then come through the other side. So we're kind of just moving in a big circle around on our hips, opening up through the spine in all directions, feeling the ribs stretch, breathing. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Good, pausing at the front and reverse those circles. So pushing through the side body into the back of the room, all the way to the other side and forward. Keep breathing. I encourage you to maybe close the eyes. Don't worry about how it looks. Just feel into your body, feel into your stretching. Good, and then we'll come forward. Pause, and then bring the torso upright, soften the shoulders. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up here. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to split in a twist. So one arm forward, one arm back. The front arm can come to the opposite thigh if you want, and open through the chest and shoulders. So lift up tall and then gaze over your back shoulder. Notice your hips and the pelvis stay in the same position. So we're twisting from the mid-spine up. We're going to find a nice deep breath into our side body. Another deep breath. Good, release back to center. Inhale, reach both arms up. Deep breath in and exhale to the other direction. So other arm forward, other arm back. Option is to come across onto the thigh, lift up tall, and then gaze over your back shoulder, deep belly breaths. Good, and then release back to center. And then we're going to walk our hands back behind us. Allow your fingertips to face toward your hips. So you're kind of stretching through the forearms here as well. You're leaning back on your sitting bones, and then you're going to press into the hands and draw the shoulders back as you lift the chest toward the sky. So you should get a nice forearm stretch here as well, but the shoulders are down, back, and open. The chest is lifted. Take a deep breath. Good, one more breath. Soften those elbows and come up. Release. Good, and then we're going to take our legs out in front of us and just shake them out a little bit. Windshield wiper the feet a little bit. And then we're going to just circle the ankles a little bit, make some circles in both directions, working out any kinks and trying to just stretch the ankle joint. Sit up nice and tall as you do this. Again, you can sit up on something if you need, and let's add the wrists. So we're going to circle our wrists. Keep breathing in other direction. Nice and tall, engaging the core here, so not slouching and rounding, but sitting up tall, lots of work. Good, shake it out a little bit. Keeping the legs extended, draw the toes back toward your face. So flex the feet strongly as you press the thighs into the floor. Bring your hands next to your hips and sit up nice and tall. Active in the legs, feeling a lot of work here in the thighs as they press the legs down. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reach back. Lift up tall, lift up out of your hips. From here, you're gonna hinge at the hip and lengthen over the legs. So no rush to reach anywhere. As soon as you feel like you've reached as far as you can without rounding the back and dropping the arms, go ahead and let the arms land anywhere on the legs. So notice I'm not reaching my feet, and that's fine. Most of us probably won't. You want to keep your collarbone broad and your shoulders open here. So try not to reach, strive to reach the feet and then lose the integrity of the spine here. Keep the collarbone broad and the spine long. And then I want you to think about breathing from your tailbone that's on the ground, from the tailbone, up the spine, creating length all the way up to the crown of your head. Imagine a nice straight line through your spine. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, just soften and relax. So there can be a slight bend to the knee. Keep the toes drawing back and make sure your sitting bones are grounded. So we're going to take a couple breaths that way. So breathe through your spine to the crown of the head. Nice long spine. Exhale as you just soften. Just letting gravity in the breath deepen your stretch. Keep the shoulders broad and open. One more breath here. And exhale, soften. Okay, so now that you've done all that great work and you're a little bit further in your stretch, you're going to breathe in, nice and tall, and then exhale, just bow the forehead toward the knees. Be mindful of your back, so if anything is painful, don't do it. Just relax the head, and you should feel that stretch move into your spine and your back body. Just soften with the breath. Take one more breath. Good. Take one more breath. Awesome. Slowly walk your hands back as you come back upright. And then we're going to swing the legs around to the side and roll into a tabletop onto your hands and knees. So feeling a little nice stretch through the hamstrings there, just warming up. And then you're going to place the hands under the shoulders, rotate your inside of your elbow forward, and then soften the elbow joint. So you're not locking the joint. Knees are under the hips. And my core is engaged toward the spine, so I'm not just dropping in my belly and sagging in my back. Navel toward the spine. So you want to keep the integrity there so that you're not dumping into the back. So keep the core active. Hands and feet are pressing firmly into the mat, and my neck is an extension of my spine, so I'm looking out in front of me. Good, so I'm going to take my right toes and uncurl them, stretch through the calf a little bit, and then I'm going to lift the right leg up, keeping my toes pointing toward the floor, so don't let the toes come out to the side, keep the toes down. Engage your core. As you're ready, you're going to reach the left arm out to shake a hand. So balance and core engagement here. So really have to focus, keep the neck long, breathe in. As you're ready, you're going to exhale and pull the elbow and the knee together underneath you, round your back a little bit. Use your core strength. Inhale, stretch out long. Keep the core engaged again. Don't dump into the back. Don't overarch in the back. Navel towards spine. Exhale, pull elbow and knee together as you round up. Inhale, grow long. And exhale, squeeze together. Inhale, stretch out. Hold here, take one more breath. And slowly come back down. Anytime you need a break, you're welcome to come to child's pose. Give the wrists a rest or shake it out if you need. From your tabletop, we'll tuck the left toes under. Again, make sure you're nice and stacked with your bones, soft elbows. Lift the left knee, keep the toes down, so keeping the inner thigh spiraling toward the sky. Press them out away from you. As you're ready, reach the right arm out to shake a hand. Keep the shoulder plugged in, so I'm not pulling it out. Nice and contained, and so the joint is in the socket. Active in the opposite hand and foot. Active in the navel. Breathe in. Exhale, squeeze, elbow and knee, round the back. Pull in as tight as you can. Exhale, stretch out long. Good. Exhale, squeeze again. Squeeze and tighten. Inhale, reach, engage your core. Again, squeeze. And reach. Good. Take a breath here. Pause. Keep your balance and your core active. And slowly release down. Nice job. We're going to take our big toes together, knees wide apart. Push back over your heels. If you need to sit on something like a blanket under your thighs, you're welcome to do that. So we're going to melt into the floor, forehead down, so your belly's kind of between your thighs here. Soften the elbows to the floor. And then we're going to walk both hands off to one side of your mat. So relax the forehead and breathe into your side body. Soften your shoulders. Walking through center and to the other side. And then relax down. Deep breath into your sides, your chest and your ribs. Good, walk back through center. And then we're going to take the right arm under the left, thread the needle, bring the cheek and the ear to the floor. So now we're stretching through the back of your shoulder. Nice deep breath here. Take another breath, just melting into the mat. Slowly unwind your arm, and then we'll take the other arm underneath. Come all the way down to the cheek and the ear. Melt into your shoulder blade. Nice and soft, nice deep breath. Good, slowly unwind. Bring yourself back to all fours, knees come under the hips and hands come under the shoulders. And again, brighten those fingers on the mat, insides of the elbows forward. We're gonna tuck our toes under, slowly peel your hips up. As you relax your head, pedal your feet. In downward dog, walk out your dog. And take a slow stroll all the way up to the top of your mat. Coming into a standing forward bend. Measuring about 2 fists between your feet and bending your knees as much as you need so your hands can touch the mat next to your feet. So see where you are with the legs. Notice where you are. Allow the forehead to pull toward the shins. Let's shake the head out a little bit, yes and no. Breathe into your belly. Good, so from here, we're gonna let the arms hang and we're gonna ground our feet. We're gonna tuck our tailbone and roll ourselves up to stand. Slowly let the arms dangle as you unfurl one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders at the top when you get to the top and open the chest, coming into mountain pose. So lift and fan the toes as far apart as you can. Feel the weight even across the bottoms of your feet so you can kind of shift around and feel the weight distribution. Maybe you have like a weird hip or something going on, so just noticing that and see if you can find even Even weight distribution on all four corners of both feet. Heavy suitcases in the hands. Activating the quadricep muscle, pulling it above the knee just a little bit, keeping the pelvis nice and neutral. Head is stacked on top of the spine, just floating nice and tall. Take a breath here. Noticing your posture and your mountain pose. Good, and with a micro bend in the knee joints, we're gonna inhale, reach the arms behind you as you lift up. Big circle, bring the hands together. Exhale as you bring them down past your heart center in prayer pose and bow over the legs, forward bend. From here, you're gonna inhale into a flat back, lengthen your spine, open the chest. Exhale as you bow into forward fold. We're gonna roll up, inhale, take your time. Use your full breath to roll yourself up. Exhale at the top. Reach back, inhale, stretch up. And lower the hands past the heart. Exhale, fold and forward bend. Inhale, float you up halfway as you fill the lungs, and exhale as you bow and melt forward. Rolling up, inhale. Shrug your shoulders, open the chest. One more time, reach back, inhale. Seal the palms, exhale, bring them past your heart and bow, forward bend. Each time here, we should hopefully feel a little more openness in the legs as we're warming up. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. And exhale, fold. Good, we're gonna roll up, inhale. Shrug your shoulders at the top, open the chest. Coming back to your mountain pose. And then we're gonna take a giant step back with the right leg. So see if you can engage your core here to balance. So we're gonna keep the hands here. You can take them out wherever you want. So you're gonna try to step the right foot back, reach back with the right foot, coming into a lunge position. So a little bit of challenge for the balance. And then we're gonna keep the hips square toward the front. So we're coming into a lunge position. I wanna keep my pelvis neutral. So I'm bending my back knee to make sure that I'm neutral. And I'm making sure my knee is above my heel and not past it. So make sure you've got that right angle for the front foot. And then when you feel ready, you can try to straighten your back leg, but try not to lose the pelvic neutral, the neutral pelvis. So keeping the pelvis neutral. So bend the knee as much as you need, and you can feel that in the front of the thigh. And then maybe press the heel back. And then feel that a little deeper in your belly, stretching the psoas muscle. So listen to your body. And then whatever you do, make sure you're not pinching in the low back or dumping into the low back or, causing any pressure in the low back. We want to keep that nice and open. So whatever that means, maybe that means the knee stays a little more bent, and that's fine. Over time, you should be able to straighten a little bit more. Inhale, sweep your arms up. High lunge. Keep your shoulders soft, breathe in. Good, and then from here, you're gonna use your balance, breathe in. Nice firm in both feet, and then just tip away from the back leg. So tipping to the side here. So you're moving toward the front thigh on this side, just reaching over, and then maybe feeling a little more stretch in the front of the thigh. Nice soft breath. Inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, you're gonna open the arms and pivot the back foot down. Find yourself in a warrior two stance. So you can adjust if you need. So maybe you wanna come a little wider so you can come a little deeper, that's fine. Engage the outer edge of that back foot. Check heel to arch alignment. Arms are long, torso is centered. Notice my shoulders are above my hips. I'm not leaning forward. So we're nice and tall here. And again, my knee is opening out. So try not to let that knee collapse inward. Open out. Lots of work here. Breathe. Gaze over your front hand. Warrior two. Soft shoulders. If If you have trouble with that in the neck, you can turn the palms up to drop the shoulders maybe a little further. So whatever works for you. Deep breath. Good, one more breath here. Good, slowly lower the arms as you straighten through the front leg. Turn that front foot in to the side. So now both feet are facing the screen or facing the long edge of your mat. We're gonna take the hands behind the back, thumbs around the waist, draw the elbows behind you to open the chest. So feel firm footing on both feet. So try not to let the knees or the arches collapse. Open the chest, lift the sternum, breathe in. And then hinge from your hip, lead with your chest, so don't round the back, keep the spine long. Looking down to the floor in front of you. Now, if you have blocks handy and you need them, this is a place to use them. I should have said that before. Or you can use the floor, or you can use anything that's gonna bring the ground closer to you if you need it. Another trick for this is if you're not as flexible, you can take your feet out a little wider, which might feel counterintuitive, but that'll give you a little more room to come closer to the floor. So we've got firm footing in both feet, and then notice my spine is long. So you can come onto fingertips or use blocks or props if you need. My neck is long, looking down on the floor in front of you. Good, and then from here, I'm gonna walk both hands over to one side. So I'm gonna walk my right hand to the outside of my left foot, if you can. No worries if you can't, you can make that action. But if you can grab the ankle, you're just gonna bow forward, let the head be heavy, and you're kind of giving yourself a little shoulder release here. So you're pulling on the leg a little bit without collapsing, and stretching that back of your right shoulder blade. So breathe here. Other hand supporting you. The head relaxed. Go ahead and release and walk your hands back through center. And check your footing, and then we'll walk both hands to the other side. So I'm gonna take my stance a little shorter. I'm gonna grab my left hand around my right ankle, and then just let the head be heavy here. We're kind of pulling that action, a little pull just to get a stretch through here. Let the head relax and breathe. So notice my forearm is kind of parallel to the floor here. Good, slowly walk back through center. And then I'm gonna come onto my fingertips, and then one hand at a time, I'm gonna take to my hips, and I'm gonna ground my feet as I hinge back upright, coming back to the mat. And then I'm gonna heel toe the feet to the midline, coming back to center. And then I'm gonna face the other side of the mat. So I'm gonna come here, so you guys can see me. You can go to the front of your mat if you want. Same side. And then we're gonna start from our mountain pose. And let's actually take a brief flow. Let's do a half salute here. Inhale, reach up. Connect the palms. Exhale, bow, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Roll it on up. Shrug your shoulders, open the chest, coming to mountain pose. And then we're gonna use our balance again, and you're gonna lift the left foot up and stretch it back behind you all the way. Woo. Challenge your balance. Coming into a high lunge. So again, keep the pelvis neutral, check the front knee is above the heel. When you're ready, add the arms. Nice and tall here. Again, the back leg is a little bit bent to start, and then start to straighten it without losing the pelvic pelvis being neutral. So try to keep that pelvis neutral as you stretch through the heel. If you have to dump into the low back, don't do it. So listen to your body, breathe in, soft shoulders. Breathe in. And then again, we're going to tip toward the front thigh that's bent, so reach to the side. Feeling that in the belly, in the lower back. Find a nice deep breath, keeping the pelvis neutral. Inhale through center. Breathe in, exhale, float, rotate the foot back, open the arms. Warrior two on this side. Feel free to check your alignment, change your stance if you need, so you can keep the knee above the heel and the shoulders above the hips. So it's okay if you need to adjust. We're going to find a couple breaths here in Warrior two. Gazing over the front hand, that knee is opening out, working all the muscles. Breathe. Good, take one more breath. Awesome, lower the arms, straighten that front leg. We're gonna turn the foot in again. And then we're gonna aim our toes to the corners of the mat. So again, we wanna keep the knees opening out. So whatever that means for you. If you're super tight, you might not be able to come as deep, and that's okay. Just listen to your body. So we're gonna sink into a goddess pose. So we're gonna keep those knees opening. Try to keep the spine tall, and again, the pelvis neutral. If that's difficult, you can hinge forward slightly, but don't dump into the back. So don't let the belly drop. Keep the belly engaged. Keep the legs nice and strong and working and opening back. Take the arms up. This is a lot of work, I know, guys, so stick with me if you can. Nice cactus arms here. Open the chest, hold up a wall, breathe. Good, let's take a small little flow. So reach one arm to the thigh and reach the other arm to the side over the ear. So try not to round, keep the chest open. Inhale, come through center. Using your breath for energy here. Exhale, reach. Getting a nice stretch to the side body. Inhale, still working the quads. Exhale. Using a nice deep breath to build some heat and find more strength. Good, we got one more round. Inhale through center. Exhale, reach. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Lower the arms, straighten the legs. Woo! All right. Lots of work there for the thighs. Nice work. Heel toe the feet back to center. Awesome. Shrug the shoulders, shake out the legs a little bit. Take a breath. And then we're going to take a balanced posture. So I'm going to have us try the eagle today. It's a little bit of a challenge, but hopefully it'll be fun for you. And if anything, if you want to do the tree and not the eagle, you're welcome to change the balance. But I encourage you to try. So starting in a mountain pose, lift and fan the toes. Feel the weight even on both feet. And then envision roots going down from the soles of the feet into the earth. To anchor your body for balance. So we, again, want to start in mountain pose. We're going to swing the arms out to the side, breathe in. And as you exhale, you're just going to swing the arms, swing the right arm under the left. Hands can be back to back or palm to palm. If bringing your hands palm to palm causes you to torque your wrist, then just leave them back to back. So you want to keep the energy flowing through the arms through the wrists and the fingers. You don't want to torque and block that flow. We're blocking the flow here a little bit, but keep the wrists nice and neutral. So from here, we're going to sit into a chair. So keep the spine tall. You're sitting the hips over the heels. And then I'm going to shift the weight to my left leg. Keep your focus, your gaze fixed on something that's not going to move. And then whenever you feel steady, you're just going to slowly wrap the right leg around the left. So you can squeeze here, create a little bind. And then if you want, you can have the toe down for stability. If you can wrap the foot behind the calf, that's great, but don't worry about it if you can't. No big deal. Still creating a little bind. And then lift the elbows a little bit higher. Find your breath. If you fall out, no worries. Try again. Keeping the spine tall, sinking into the hips, lifting at the elbows. Take one more breath. Nice, let's slowly unwind and release. Whew, so there's lots of binds in that pose, which are great to sort of kind of close the flow, and then when we release, we flood that area with fresh oxygen and blood. So that's why I like this pose so much. So then we're gonna switch sides. So again, we'll start in mountain pose, shake it out, forget about that side. Inhale, stretch the arms wide. When you're ready, exhale, swing the left under the right. And then find your arm position again that works for you. It keeps your wrists nice and open. Fixing your gaze, sink into your chair. Sit over your heels. So we want to keep the spine tall. We don't want to round here. Stay nice and tall as you sink, like you're sliding down a wall. I'm going to shift the weight to the right leg. And whenever you're ready, you're going to cross the left over the right. So keep breathing. Find your breath. Keep your gaze nice and soft. Creating a little bind. Breathe. Good, and then slowly as you're ready, unwind yourself, release. Shrug your shoulders, open your chest. Noticing how many spiders are in my house. Every wall I've looked at since I've started, spiders everywhere. We love the spiders. Okay, let's come back to the front of the mat. We're going to take our feet out a little bit wider than the mat, so let your toes kind of spill off to the side. I'm going to reach my arms out. We're going to come down for a yogi squat. So keeping the spine tall as you lower the hips. And then if you're comfortable, taking the hands together at the chest in prayer pose, elbows inside the knees, and then open and straighten the chest. So if you can, you're going to find a little pull with the knees and a little push with the elbows. Thumbs are at the sternum, and I'm dropping my tailbone and opening my chest. If this is difficult, you're welcome to use a cushion or a roll or a towel or anything under your heels. If you can't get your heels flat, that's fine. And if this just doesn't work for your body, then you can skip it. So breathe here if you're in the position. Good, and then slowly we're going to take one more breath here, and then we're going to release the hands all the way behind us and lower your bum to the floor. So stretch your legs out. We're going to come all the way down to the back. So we're going to do a little bit of core work. So we're going to lower down, keep your heels glued to the floor, hands on the thighs, tuck the chin and unfurl yourself. The slower you go, the harder it is. So use your core abdominal strength to lower down nice and slow. Bringing yourself all the way to the back. Once you get there, take a nice breath, maybe shake out a little bit. We're going to bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. And then we're going to take the hands behind the head, interlace the hands behind the head and the elbows out on the floor. So the elbows are going to stay nice and wide, no matter where you are. And then you're going to press your lower back into the floor. You're going to lift the knees up. And so you want your feet parallel to the floor, your shins parallel to the floor, and you want your lower back grounded. So if your back is arching, you're not engaging your core like this. You want to press the back down to engage the abdominal muscles. So you want to make sure you feel that. And then we're just going to do some bicycles. So we're going to send the right leg out. I'm going to lift my chest and bring my right elbow to my left knee. You're going to inhale as you come through center and bring both knees in. And then exhale to the other side. Straighten the opposite leg. Bring the knee in. Inhale through center. So one thing to avoid is squeezing the knees in too far. So keep the knees above the hips so that your lower back stays grounded. So squeeze right elbow, left knee, extend opposite leg. Inhale through center. If you need to come down in between, you can. Keep that lower back pressing down. Exhale. Inhale through center and exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. So take your time with these, no rush. I think the slower you go, the harder it is. So use your breath to find strength as you move. Keep that lower back pushing into the floor. Keeping your elbows nice and wide so you're not wrenching your neck. Keep the neck long. Good, we just got a couple more. Keep going, guys, you can do it. Good, last round. Keep breathing. Good, lower the head, lower the feet. Soften the belly. Rock the hips a little side to side. And relax the belly. Now we're going to walk our heels in toward our glutes and walk your hands down toward your feet. So shoulders away from the ears. We're just going to do a little bridge pose to stretch the abs in the opposite direction. So from here, activate hands and feet. Nice and gentle, don't grip too much, just nice even pressure. And then we're going to inhale as we peel our spine up. Try not to look at the screen as you do this. Keep your neck long. Exhale, lower. Kitty's ready to join. Inhale, press up. Deep belly breath. Exhale, lower. Let's do another couple rounds. Inhale, press up. Breathe into your belly. Exhale down. And last time, inhale, press up. And exhale, lower. Good, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And let's make some circles on the back. Reversing your circles. Sorry, kitty. Good, and then slowly drop the feet to the floor again, hip distance apart with the feet. And then make sure the neck is neutral on the floor. And then you're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then you're going to pull that unit towards you. Reach through the hole, connect behind the left thigh, flexing the right foot. Draw that in and just stretch through the hips. So you can use the elbow in the thigh and slowly just kind of gently shimmy a little bit on the back. So you can feel where you need to release in that hip. Breathe deeply into that hip. Working on the right hip. And again, make sure the neck is long and neutral on the floor. If you need a cushion under your head, you're welcome to use that. Use a prop. Take one more breath here. Okay, we're going to release down, lower the feet. Keep the legs crossed, take the arms out to a T, and then lower both legs to the right. So your right ankle's on top of your left thigh. Reach your left arm up overhead. Soften your shoulder. Breathe into your belly. Good, take the arm back to a T, uncross the legs, take the knees up. Walk the heels toward the glutes, feet are hip distance apart. We'll cross the left over the right. Left hand comes through the hole, connect behind the right thigh. Relax the right foot, flex your left leg. Draw that toward your chest as you use the elbow. If you want, that's optional. You may not need to use the elbow to press that thigh out. Maybe shimmy a little bit on the back. Looking for different areas in the hip to release. Keep breathing. Good, and nice and slowly release the legs to the floor and keep the legs crossed. We're going to drop both legs now to the left, arms to a T. Reaching the right hand overhead, soften the shoulder, deep belly breath here. Slowly return the arms, release the legs, take the knees upright. Good, draw the knees into your chest. We're gonna reach down for the ankles or the feet. Bring the legs to the sky, tops of the feet to the sky, tops of the thighs toward the floor. Happy baby. Keep the neck long, keep the tailbone down. Breathe into that hip joint. Nice, slowly lower the feet to the floor. You can keep the knees bent if you have any tension remaining in the lower back. Take the feet mat width apart, let the knees fall toward the midline. Allow the palms to face the sky, tuck the shoulders under the chest to open the heart. Maybe you want to stretch your legs out. If that feels okay for your back, you can. Take the feet at least a mat width apart. Tuck the shoulders again under the chest, palms up, fingers relaxed. Rock your head a little side to side. Make sure the neck is neutral, using a cushion if you need. Under the head. And then we're just gonna close the eyes. Part your lips just slightly so that your jaw is nice and relaxed. And allow your body to completely release. So I'm going to do a little guided relaxation for you. As you relax on the back. Bring awareness to your feet and toes as you relax them. Allow your feet and your toes to completely relax. Bring relaxation to the ankles, the calves, and the knees. As you completely relax, your ankles, your calves, and your knees. Relaxing through the thighs, the quadriceps, and the hamstrings. Completely relaxing your thighs, quadriceps, and hamstrings. Relaxing through the hips and the pelvis. Feeling your hips and pelvis grow heavy. Your hips and your pelvis are completely relaxed. Feeling the whole lower body completely relaxing into the earth, letting go. Relaxing through the torso and all the core muscles. Feeling your torso and your core muscles relax. Feeling your torso and your core muscles completely relaxed. Relaxing through the chest and the upper back. Feeling your chest and upper back relaxing. Feeling your chest and your upper back completely relaxed. Relaxing your palms, arms, and shoulders. Your palms, arms, and shoulders are relaxing. Your palms, arms, and shoulders are completely relaxed. Relax through your neck and throat. Feeling your neck and throat relax. Your neck and throat are completely relaxed. Relaxing all the face muscles, relaxing through the jaw, the tongue, and the cheeks. Feeling your jaw, tongue, and cheeks relaxing. Your jaw, your tongue, and your cheeks are completely relaxed. Relaxing the eyelids, eyebrows, and temples. Feeling your eyelids, eyebrows, and temples relaxing. Feeling your eyelids, eyebrows, and temples completely relaxed. Relaxing your forehead, scalp, and skull. Your forehead, your scalp, and your skull are relaxing. Your forehead, your scalp, and your skull are completely relaxed. Feeling all of your internal organs relaxing. All of your internal organs are completely relaxed. Relax. 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 wiggle your fingers and your toes. And gently rock your head a little side to side. And bending your knees if they're not already. To place your feet on the floor, you're going to roll to the right side of your body for a moment in a fetal posture. Just notice take a moment to notice any changes. Recall any intention you may set for your practice. And use your left hand. You're slowly going to push yourself back to a comfortable seat, coming into easy pose. Feel yourself sitting up nice and tall, using your prop if you need. Hopefully feeling a little more open and this posture now. Let's inhale as we sweep our arms up together. Nice deep breath in. Seal your hands at the top. Bring them down to your heart center and bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. We'll bow to each other. Namaste.